Alright guys, welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, yes, I do want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys an update for Bitcoin. Where can we expect Bitcoin to head next? So there is in fact a fair few charts that I do want to show you guys. Okay, and there is in fact some other things I do want to show you guys as well that has been happening around the crypto space, and it's actually pretty interesting. So I do want to talk more about that as well. So looking at the Bitcoin price today. Bitcoin is still above $90,000. That's always nice to see, right? So right now, Bitcoin is really just consolidating. Okay, we are seeing a very strong sideways price movement happening for Bitcoin. We're not seeing anything too crazy. Okay, ever since Bitcoin has rise back up to the 90K levels, it has just been consolidating, right? You have to clearly see that. So yeah, Bitcoin right now is currently at $92,000. Yesterday we did in fact see Bitcoin going as high as 94K, right? So yeah, Bitcoin is really just holding very strong at this price level. Okay, now looking at the crypto market today, past 24 hours, we are in fact seeing some alts dropping. Okay, a fair few alts today are in fact in the reds, right? Yesterday I felt like it was kind of like half and half. Like we saw some alts in the greens and some alts in the reds, right? And the day before that, we know we saw a lot of greens, right? Since Bitcoin has been going up, okay, of course altcoins will follow and pump with it. That's just usually what happens, right? If Bitcoin is pumping, then usually altcoins will follow and pump with it. If Bitcoin is dumping, then yes, altcoins will dump as well. So yeah, we are in fact seeing some reds. Okay, you guys clearly see that for altcoins. Okay, so I feel like this is a great time to load up, right? It really is. Today I bought more, Casper, right? Even yesterday I bought some more Casper. So if you guys haven't seen my most previous video that I uploaded a few hours ago, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, I did, go ahead and buy some, Casper today since it's down, over 4%. Why not, right? But yeah, looking at the Bitcoin monthly returns, okay, December, we are still in the green, slightly up, 2%. We're still holding up very well. Now, understand, guys, December, usually we don't see huge moves happening for Bitcoin. Usually, right, historically, December, Bitcoin does not perform the best. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So, will that change? There is potential, right? There is potential for that, guys. Remember, we are still in a bull market. In 2020 for December, Bitcoin was up almost 47%. Look at 2017, okay, which was another bull cycle, right? Remember, guys, in 2017, we were in fact in a Bitcoin bull cycle. In December, we were up almost 39%, guys. So will we see something similar happening to that for Bitcoin this month in December? There is potential for that, right? But understand, guys, we don't see huge moves happening for Bitcoin in the month of December. Like average return is 4.55%. So it's not massive, right? But we'll have to see, guys. Okay, like I said, history doesn't exactly repeat itself, but it can, right? So we will have to see. Now, looking at the FinGreed index, okay, we are still in fear mode, guys, just like where we were yesterday. Right now, we're currently at 28, so the sentiment hasn't, really been changing at all. Okay, so still, this is a great time to buy. Okay, it really is, guys. When there is fear in the market, this is the best time to buy, right? It really is. While others are panic selling, we got to panic buy. Okay, others are fearful, we got to be greedy. Okay, now looking at this, guys. Okay, and this is very bullish, for Bitcoin, right? Over 95.03% of the total Bitcoin supply has now been issued. Okay, digital scarcity at its finest. So yeah, guys, the total Bitcoin supply will be mined very soon. Okay, you guys clearly see that. People are in fact saying the year 2140. Okay, that's going to be the last ever Bitcoin to be mined. I don't know if that's actually true, but apparently it is. But this is actually pretty cool to see, guys. So, guys, buy Bitcoin. This is the best time to buy Bitcoin while you still can, especially with fiat, right? You can exchange, fiat with Satoshis. Get some Bitcoin, guys. Okay, get some Bitcoin. Again, I like what this says here. Only 4.97%. Okay, 4.97% left to mint. After that, it's pure Hunger Games, and that's true, right? That is very, very true, guys. The FOMO will kick in for Bitcoin, right? It is coming, so be ready for that. Now, I want to talk about this, guys. I want to show you guys this clip. So, past few days, right? We know there's that Binance event. Okay, I believe it's called the Blockchain 100. And I want to show you guys this clip because Peter Schiff went to this event. Again, you guys clearly see that's CZ. And yeah, Peter Schiff can't tell whether CZ handed him a real gold bar. So I want to show you guys this clip because it's actually pretty interesting, right?
What is that?
It has some, I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently, just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see it says Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes, yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean, let's see how it looks. Well, the color is a little. This is pure gold. My bracelet is pure gold, so the color looks.
So yeah, very interesting, guys. Right? Peter Schiff, okay, could not tell the difference between real and fake gold, right? So. And that's pretty crazy because we know how Peter Schiff is a big investor in gold, right? Like physical metals, okay? And, physical, precious metals, right? So it's actually pretty interesting how he cannot tell the difference between fake and real gold, right? I mean, for, Bitcoin, you don't have to worry about that, right? Like if someone sends you, amount of Satoshis, you don't have to legit check it or anything like that, like double check it or anything like that, right? It's just real, right? So you can't fake it, but with gold you can. But it's just pretty interesting to see how Peter Schiff, right, he's a big investor in precious metals like gold, right, physical gold, and he couldn't tell the difference between real and fake. Pretty interesting. But also look at this, guys, okay? And I never knew, apparently CZ and Saylor have never met in person. So apparently today, right, Binance founder CZ meets Markus Saylor for the first time ever. I didn't know this. I thought, okay, these two have already met. It's actually crazy to me to think about how CZ and, Markus Saylor himself have never met in person. Apparently, okay, they have met in person for the first time ever today. Right? Pretty interesting, guys. Okay, we know CZ here is massive in the crypto space. Same with, Saylor, especially in the Bitcoin space, right? And they have never met in person until today. Pretty interesting, right? Very, very interesting indeed. Now, guys, let's talk about, the Bitcoin chart. Okay, like I said, there is in fact a fair few charts that I do want to show you guys. Starting off with this one. So when Bitcoin was at $124,000, right, pretty much at its all-time high, people were saying Bitcoin is too expensive. I'll wait for a dip. And now we have seen a dip, right? Bitcoin has dropped to 80K, right? Those 80K levels. People are saying Bitcoin is dead. I'll buy some later. Every cycle we are seeing this, guys. Every cycle, right? Guys, the best thing to do right now is to simply just dollar cost average, just to simply DCA. Right? That is the best thing to do in my opinion, right? It really, really is, guys. Okay? So that is that. But yeah, what if something like this actually plays out? And if you guys have, been watching my videos for the past few weeks, right? I've been telling guys many, many times, I do believe Bitcoin has the potential to go back up to its previous highs of 126, even reaching a new all-time high, just like what this chart is in fact showing us here. So what if Bitcoin does play out like this? I think there is potential, like I said many times. Okay, I do believe, there is potential that Bitcoin can rise back up to its previous highs, even reaching a new all-time high. I honestly don't think 126 is the cycle top. And like I said many times, guys, I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. Maybe 126 is the cycle top. Who exactly knows? Okay, but I do believe Bitcoin has the potential to go much, much higher, right? I think right now we're just seeing a retest, a correction back down to the downside, and then we're going to see Bitcoin bouncing back up. I do believe we're going to see a V-shaped recovery, okay, and it's going to bring it, bring Bitcoin back to 100K, just like what I talked about in yesterday's video, right? Even back up to its previous highs and a new record high. Okay, so yeah, just like what this chart is showing us here, we're going to see a V-shaped recovery happening for Bitcoin. It's going to bounce back up to its previous highs, even reaching new highs. Okay, and this chart is showing that Bitcoin will be reaching like 180 to even 200K. Who exactly knows where Bitcoin is heading, right? Who exactly knows where Bitcoin will be heading this cycle? Okay, and a lot of people, a fair few people out there in the crypto space are in fact saying that this bull cycle will be extending to next year in 2026. Yeah, we'll have to see about that. Okay, we will have to see about that. Maybe we do see, the Bitcoin 4-year cycle breaking. Maybe the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is actually officially over. Who knows, guys, right? Who knows? I feel like it's actually too early to make these calls, right? That's just my personal opinion. So we will have to see, guys. Okay, we will have to see, where Bitcoin, especially where Bitcoin and how Bitcoin will perform in Q1 of 2026. Okay, so time will tell, right? But yeah, Ash Crypto says here, Bitcoin will hit $100,000 before 2025 ends. Yeah, that is possible, right? There is potential that we can for sure see Bitcoin going back up to 100K before this year ends. Okay, before the New Year's. I think it's possible. And Bitcoin is not too far off from 100K, right? It really, really is. And we know Bitcoin can move. So that is that. But yeah, like I said, guys, okay, when one Bitcoin is $1 million, you won't care if you bought at 93K or 100K, and that's true, right? It's literally just like going back to this, okay? A lot of people, when Bitcoin was at its all-time high of like 124, 126, a lot of people were in fact saying, I'll just wait for a dip. And now we've seen a dip and people are not buying. Guys, it doesn't matter, okay, whether you're buying Bitcoin at, below 100K or at 100K or just above 100K, right? It doesn't matter, okay? Because we know this digital asset will be worth $1 million. So once Bitcoin is at, $1 million per Bitcoin, you're not going to care if you or someone that bought Bitcoin below 100K or at 100K or just above 100K, even at 200K, you're not going to care. Remember, guys, Bitcoin is a long-term play, and this digital asset, okay, will be worth millions of dollars. 1 million is just the beginning. Understand that, guys. Bitcoin has the potential to go to millions of dollars per Bitcoin. It's going to happen, right? So that is that. Bitcoin is truly the most scarce asset out there. And soon enough, okay, the supply for Bitcoin will be all mined. And then from there on, guys, it's going to be Hunger Games, right? So that is that. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Just wanted to quickly give you guys an update on Bitcoin and whatnot. Some pretty interesting things that happened today, of course, right? Like, for example, this. Okay, CZ meeting Mr. Saylor himself for the very first time in person. That's crazy to, think about, right? But yeah, it happened. So that is that. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. That is always much, much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next one. Have a good one, guys.